Ian here from Applied Concepts. Today I'm up in Longford with Farmer Phil. Today we're just testing out the applied variant, blowing down some of his machinery. So what do you make of it, Phil?
Ah, savage job. Savage job. Just the airflow and the nozzle that you had as well. We have a row compressor and a little yoke at home, and it burned the hands you after a few minutes, but the nozzle you have just so much more air, and it's insulated. You can hold on. Like where I was blowing for half an hour between the square barrel and the combine, I wasn't burning the hands myself. Normally after 10 minutes we'd be looking for a rag to wrap around what we have at home. It's a different job altogether, so it is.
Yeah, and the visor then, the anti-fog visor?
Oh, the anti-fog visor, I was down on my face and never fogged up, not a thing. I can tell you one thing, after blowing all down, I was fierce dusty myself. Fierce dusty.
Yeah.
But no, this yoke looks fierce well on the front of the tractor, so it does. And there's no tractor never beckoned at driving it or anything. I know it's a very, very nice, very sturdy, well built job. You know when you put it on the front, because the front suspension did sink down a bit, so there's good weight in it. But it's no further in front of the machine than the front railer, or might be a little bit longer than the front mower, but there's feck all in it. Like we're tipping around the field there, not a bit of bother in and out of swards. It didn't make a damn bit of difference to it, so it didn't. So I'm well happy with it now.
Yeah, so I suppose the main advantages from today, what we really learned was, I suppose, first of all, the manoeuvrability of it. You can mount it on the front of your tractor. If you're in a hard to reach spot, you can drive in. You have 350 CFM, and I suppose you can run it from front or rear PTOs, which is a great help. And I suppose Phil really found that helpful today.
Yeah, oh no, like popped on the front of the tractor there, we were tipping around the field. Like you could see how useful it would be in like the prairies in America, or the vast open areas of Australia and New Zealand, any of them places. You have it in the field, which as you go around the field, you finish up in the evening, you can blow down. You want to blow down your rads in the middle of the day, yeah, it's there, it's ready to go, it's right beside the combine. Like there's no going home or going and getting it or bringing it out, or wrecking a Jeep trying to get across the ruts of the field. It's with you when you need it. Like it's fierce handy that way, particularly in the vast areas of the greater continent and the lakes.
Yeah, and then I suppose when you're coming towards the back end of the year when after slurry, it's going to be a big help then as well.
Yeah, oh, I'd love to get to put one of these on that tractor. We're going to be pumping with that tractor from now on, because we have the new trailer for moving the system around, and it'll be one self-contained unit. At the minute when we go around to jobs, we have what we call a bit of a circus, because we have the tractor, we have the pump, we have a trail, and then we have the compressor then behind that. And when we used to bring a quad with us, we had another trailer behind that as well.
Right.
And then the system behind it. But when you have the likes of this, you put it on the front, you have your pump behind you, you have your trail railer, or you can have the low loader and other tractor.
Yes.
It shortens your length, and you have it with you. And yeah, I suppose the big thing with this is the CFM. CFM.
And then no electronics as well.
Yeah.
It's really good. I suppose with slurry and moisture and water, electronics is never a good thing.
No, never a good thing. So. And that's driven. It's the fan. The fan is driven manually. That's usually the bit that's.
Yeah, that's driven by the PTO shaft as well. So there's no electronics whatsoever, which is a great help. Thanks very much for the interview, Phil, and sure, we'll see you soon.
Thanks for bringing it down. It's been great. The baler is now finished. It's blew down, ready to go into the shed, and the combine's just got blew down, so it's safe now for another while, and it will blow it down again when we go in with it. But no, thanks for bringing it down, and it just looks very, very nice in front of the tractor. Really does pop out in front of it, so it does. Yeah. Well happy with it. I'd love to get my hands on one sometime, maybe. Sometime
soon. Well, that's it from all of us today. We'll speak to you soon.